2016 Florence Christmas Parade in downtown Florence. I'm Mike Adams.
And I'm Bryan Rachal.
We'd like to welcome you out to Florence, and we've got a few sponsors. Bryan, would you like to say
We do. Well, first of all, we're going to talk about our morning show that takes place on Comcast Channel 3, and that is from 8 to 9 in the morning.
Yeah, and that's with Steve and Cindy Jackson. They do a wonderful job, and so catch them each morning.
And we'd like to thank Marriott Hotel and Spas, Hancock Mortgages with Justin Goad, Tina's Casual in Florence, Florence Nursing and Rehab, University Chevy, and Singing River Dentistry.
We also have Discount Dan's, Young's Welding, Fuller Heating and Cooling, 2nd and 13 Sports Grill in Sheffield, and Rising Crust Pizza.
And of course the great people at 306 Barbecue, Flobama, and Lions Coffee to keep us warm on this cold night.
And it is cold, but we're going to have a good time tonight watching the Christmas parade. Hope you do too. Well, once again, I'd like to welcome you out to Florence, Alabama, to the Florence Christmas Parade, 2016 Florence Christmas Parade. I'm Mike Adams, and
I'm Bryan Rachal, and this is a great event tonight, Mike. It's cold out here, but there's a lot of activity. I think we've got over 100 floats, somebody said?
Yeah, someone said, I think 112, I think is what it was, and we're in a pretty big crowd here so far tonight as well.
Yeah, it's a wonderful crowd, especially for as cold it is tonight. It's a wonderful crowd, and looks like they're getting ready to gear up and get started. We're going to start seeing some action here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you'd hate to see that in your rearview mirror, wouldn't you?
Yeah, especially 4 Florence policemen there, so.
And of course, this event is hosted by Main Street here in Florence, and I tell you what, it seems like there's a parade here almost every week, right?
It does. I mean, you got the UNA and the Florence homecoming parades, and now it's time for a Christmas parade. It doesn't seem like it should be Christmas time, but it is. I tell you one thing. Florence Police Department does a fantastic job in what they do. I got a lot of friends there, and they do a great job with the police department. Yeah, we got Rogers High School.
Rogers High School, Buccaneers in blue.
Yeah. You know, when I was growing up, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but and I guess it was a good thing. You know, it's Green Hill, but they called themselves Mean Hill, Alabama. That's what they called it. So, and usually that's what happened on football games. They were pretty mean, played good.
Now, Mike, do you play an instrument?
I do not. I do not. I can play the radio really good.
And I'll go ahead and tell you I don't twirl, so don't ask me to do that.
I don't think I'd look too good in that, what they've got on right now.
Don't sell yourself short. I'll tell you what, it takes some talent to stay in formation, to play in this type of weather with all these people watching. It's pretty impressive.
Now, do you play an instrument?
I don't. Okay. I'd love to.
But I can teach you how to play the radio if you'd like to learn. Pretty good sized band they have here, so.
Very good sized band.
And it looks like coming behind Rogers High School is the North Alabama Twirlers.
Oh, wow. Very festive as well.
Oh, yes. That's another thing I cannot do.
Well, you don't know until you try, right?
That's right. That's right. Speaking of twirlers, I wonder how they do that with their hands being so cold. You have to give them props for that, because if their hands are that cold, how do they catch them?
Well, exactly. And then you got to put on gloves. It's got to be slippery.
Exactly. Well, speaking of, we were just speaking of the mayor, and Mayor Steve Holt's here, and
yes, Steve, of course, our newest mayor, recently took office. Used to be the head of the chamber.
There he is, hey, Mayor Steve Holt and his wife.
Shannon Wells, our University of North Alabama photographer, taking pictures there, always on duty.
Now, that would not be the mayor's car. That's a nice car, though.
Maybe that's a perk.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. And behind the mayor is the Florence City Council. And we actually have, I believe, 3 new council members that's joined this year. We see Mayor Dick Jordan
back there throwing out some candy.
Bob Lottie is driving the car.
Now I got another car here.
Oh, yeah.
This is another group of city council members.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you couldn't fit them all in one car.
That's right. That's right. Could have put them on the back of a truck, and then, but that would have been kind of cold. So.
Now they've got Andy Betterton driving. I don't know if that's safe.
That could be. I don't know. That could be safe or could not be safe. There's Andy Betterton there. So.
Andy calling me out about the naughty list.
Yeah. Looks like we got the mean man himself, Grinch.
Uh-oh. Watch out now, kids.
You know, there's a couple movies you have to watch each Christmas.
That's true.
One of them being, at least for the Addams household, we have to watch A Christmas Story.
Christmas Story, of course.
We've got to watch National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yes, that's one of the best. Yep.
Elf is also one.
Elf has become the new classic,
Yeah.
right? That's kind of the new one.
But you also have to watch The Grinch with
Gotta watch
Jim
The Grinch.
Carrey. So
And I throw in a little old one. I throw It's a Wonderful Life in there, too.
that's
yeah,
right.
I love that.
That's
one.
right. You know, and we actually will watch Elf or Vacation in June or July. It doesn't matter. I mean, you have Christmas in July.
Those are good year round.
What's so bad is you know that you watched it a lot when you can sit there and quote the entire movie, and my wife looks at me and says, "You really need medicine."
Yeah, yeah. Well, my wife tells me, you going to let them act or you going to do it all for them? So. There's Philip Pettis.
State House District 1. Have a festive.
Of course, the best thing about this, now, if you're a family and you want to get free candy, this is the place to stock up for the year.
Exactly.
Because you're going to get a lot of it. So.
Looks like it's University Honda.
University Honda, yeah. And they got the Rudolph gear. You ever put that on your car, Mike?
I do not, but may have to do that now.
I did it one time, but my wife gets mad at me because I always roll down the windows and lose the antlers. So.
There's another truck for University Honda.
Got the nativity scene going on there.
Yeah. You know, we have several sponsors that we'll be mentioning throughout the night, but I do want to thank Lone Lewis Ford because our fearless leader, Steve Jackson, who is behind the camera, is in the back of a truck that Lone Lewis Ford is letting us use tonight. And that way he can get up off the ground and be able to shoot the parade and doing a good job. So thank you, Steve, for all what you're doing.
Long Lewis Ford, of course, Lions Coffee providing us with warm coffee tonight. Flo Bama helping us out. 306 Barbecue. I'd like to give a plug and say that 306 Barbecue will be hosting the UNA game when they play Shepherd University. That's right. So if you want to catch that.
That would be great to see. Now, coming up here, I've got to talk about this one because this is part of where I work. This is the 2016 Cal Ripken State and Regional Champions. And this is part of the Parks and Recreation Department. And I want to give a shout out to them. And they had a great year this past year. And like I said, they were state and regional champions. So
state and regional champions and all from our area.
Yeah, that's right.
And they went out
and there's Todd Nix right there. And so they did a good job on their float.
I must say that's a very impressive float.
Yeah, it is.
Moving parts and all.
That's right.
Would you say that you've seen the floats kind of get more amped up year after year here?
Yeah, I think so. I know last year there was a float, and I want to say I think it was Faith Church, and they had Star Wars. I don't know if you remember seeing that last year.
I do remember that.
And they had a really big float, kind of like something that would be, at the Macy's Day Parade, how they had everything up really up high. So, but yes, to answer your question, they really have amped it up quite a bit.
And certainly, the floats have gotten better, but also, as we mentioned tonight, over 100, floats in the parade. That's certainly gotten larger each year.
Yes. I can remember as a young child, I know that you said you're not from here, but you've been here for 4 years or so. But I remember when I was a little boy, we'd come to the Christmas parade. He was always, he was busy, but it's definitely grown. I remember probably maybe back then, maybe 20 or 30 floats, and that'd be about it.
Judge Ben Graves in that driving the float here, but this is, what is it, Shoals Soccer Club. Shoals Soccer Club here. We're getting pelted here, Mike. We got to watch out. And of course, the folks at home can't see this, but we've got little ones running around our feet, gathering up this candy. It's kind of like those birds that sit in the crocodile's mouth.
That's right. Fox Sports, FM 97.9, the Shoals.
Of course, Kicks 96. That's a country station here locally.
And we've got Stefan Passmore driving right there. But also,
this truck here. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. That's a fancy piece of work.
It is. I gave a name out I probably shouldn't have gave out. His actual radio name is Fletch, and I gave his real name out.
The secret out.
So we probably had to do some editing on that.
Now, I wonder if they would call that Grinch Green on that truck.
I would say Grinch Green or Lima Green. Lima.
Oh, look at this one. This is great. These old cars are amazing.
Now, I'll tell you something. That looks like something Elvis would have drove, don't you think?
Well, you would know.
Well, speaking of that, while we're talking about that, Steve and I talked about that. I'm actually performing this January the 13th at the Shoals Theater. It's a show we're doing called On Tour 72. And what we do is we try to recreate an actual concert that Elvis Presley would have performed. Have a live band, backup singers, so forth. And so if you'd like to get some tickets for this concert, it's at the Shoals Theater. You can go to theshoalstheater.org, buy your tickets, $15, and they're reserved seats. And I'll promise you a fun night. The last time we did it was in August, and we had a sold-out crowd, so it was a lot of fun. So,
now, Mike, when was the first time you knew that you could do a good Elvis impersonation?
I started when I was about 5 or 6 years old, to be honest with you. And so I've just always been a fan of Elvis, and so it's...
So you just naturally had those hips a moving when you were 5 years old.
I don't know about that or not, but maybe why my knees are so bad right now.
I'm telling you, these old cars are just out of this world.
That's kind of a, I know that could be Arkansas or Alabama, don't you think?
Yeah, well, for here we'll say Alabama.
Yeah, there you go.
Lauderdale Fire Department here. They've got their own sound system.
Yeah, they do. I think we've got a beauty queen coming up here soon.
That's right. This is our very own Miss UNA. I have the pleasure of working at the University of North Alabama, and this is our very own Miss UNA, Jocelyn Barnes, and this is quite the car coming up here, this UNA car. Very unique.
Now, that's something that's been at UNA for quite some time, is that correct?
It has.
They use that quite a bit.
Many, many years it's been at UNA, and it's just a great-looking car. You can tell, I'm just looking at it, they keep it in tip-top shape. So,
how fun would that be to take that to a drive-in to see a movie?
I'd worry I don't know how to park you with that big front end.
I know. Now, I don't know if they're in trouble with Miss UNA behind, or if that's maybe her,
could be her
security.
Escort.
Could be the security for her.
We got the Alabama State Troopers here.
Yeah, we thank them for their service and all they do. Yeah, and their hard work they do.
I tell you what, that's a job. They're out all cold nights.
That's right.
Doing what they do to protect us.
This looks like University Nissan of Florence as well. They got a pretty good sized truck, and I like the snowman. Look at the snowman.
Hey, there you go. And they're bringing their own tree. This is amazing.
That's right.
I wonder if any of those are real gifts underneath there.
We got a little time. We can go check it out before they start moving. You know, we were talking about Star Wars. I think I see a stormtrooper a few back, so hang loose. You'll see some Star Wars.
Now, Mike, you said you used to go to these as a kid, so you don't have to know how long these parades have been going on.
I don't know. That's a good question, and I'm sure that's something that Main Street probably would like to give us, and we probably could put that on as far as the end of the parade tonight. Still part of University Nissan.
Yeah. Here come the Star Wars. Of course, new Star Wars movie coming out. Are you a Star Wars fan?
I am. I sure am.
Rogue One, right? That's the
I think it is. Yeah.
Out, correct. Yeah.
You know, growing up, I had a collection of the Star Wars figures, and I buried them in a time capsule and thought I'm going to open it up when I get older. And they end up building houses on top of where I buried it. So,
and that's $1 million.
That's $1 million.
You know, of course, we're so lucky. You know, we have Main Street that works with us here in the city, works with you guys. Downtown Florence Unlimited works with y'all. Of course, this Alabama Craze softball going by here.
Yeah.
You know, we're so lucky to have this downtown that we have here.
Oh, yeah, we really are.
And everything's so unique. And I think we recently won an award for it, didn't we?
Oh, I think so, yeah. This is a group coming through. It says Florence Steampunk Society. That's a new... Never seen that before? I think it's probably something maybe to do with, no, this is the Renaissance Fair coming up next.
Now we got the Renaissance Fair, which is one of the biggest Renaissance fairs in the state, am I correct?
I think so, yeah.
And just an amazing, we just recently had it in October. If you have a chance, come out to the Renaissance Fair. Truly a unique event.
Great food and a lot of fun activities to see. I guess that's the new king and queen.
And let me tell you something, Mike. These people take it very seriously.
Oh, yeah.
When they are in character, they are in character.
Yep, that's true. What a good-looking dog coming up here.
Yeah, a Weimaraner. Oh, this guy's pointing guns. We better watch out.
That would be
more of the Renaissance.
more maybe the Renaissance, or maybe either that, or we've got another Pirates of the Caribbean movie starting up or something. I think they are part of the Renaissance.
Now we got 4-H coming up here. Now 4-H, of course, agriculture and things of that nature, correct?
Yep.
Showing animals and stuff.
They sure do. They actually have an office right beside where my office is, which is the Coliseum, and they do a great job with so many kids. And I was actually a member of the 4-H when I was growing up. I don't know if you were, but I was. And
okay.
They do a good job with all the kids in this area.
And this is the Lauderdale County 4-H Horse Club.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That would have been a neat thing to be involved in.
No, it would have. It would have.
Here's another 4-H coming through.
Oh, and then we have a big band coming up now.
That's right. This the pride of our city, right?
That's right.
Florence High School Falcon Marching Band. This is amazing. Always do a great job. So talented.
And really good size band and as well. I mean, I'm looking and they're still way back in the back.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty good size band.
And I'm telling you, Mike, they bring a wave of sound with them.
Oh, they do.
You're going to hear them from a ways off. And I like how they've gotten festive this year with their uniforms. You know, wearing the Christmas sweaters. I won't say that they're ugly Christmas sweaters, because I think they're all lovely, but that's kind of the new thing nowadays.
She's got cats on hers. That's kind of neat. So.
You know, Mike, when those sweaters first came out in the 80s, they were just sweaters, and now they're ugly sweaters.
They're ugly sweaters, yeah, exactly.
Such composure on these band players here. You know?
Yeah. Now he's really getting into it. He's got a blue Santa Claus hat. That's really something.
Drum corps.
Ryan, check out the guy with the top hat. Looks like a chimney. I like that. If you got that, Steve, look at that.
That's pretty wonderful. And we got a reindeer too.
And he's even got Santa Claus's feet hanging out of it. That's pretty. I've never seen that. I got to find one of those.
Well, now we got this is one of the great programs here in the country of Cub Scouts. Everybody loves a Cub Scout, right?
Yes.
This is Cub Scout Pack 285.
Teaching young boys to eventually someday be Boy Scouts and be great men and citizens of our city.
You learn a lot of skills in the Cub Scouts.
Oh, yes,
right?
you do. You sure do. All right, and we have Miss Tennessee Valley.
Right.
That's coming through now.
What an honor.
Yeah.
You know, Mike, I hope one day to get to ride in the back of a car, but I don't think I'll be winning any pageants anytime soon.
Well, if you wear a crown like that, I'll make sure that I'll throw candy at you.
The Mid-Quad Cities here coming up.
We have Cloverdale Volunteer Fire Department.
Now that is a well-decorated truck right there.
That is.
And you always know where they're at, right?
Coming up here right now is my son, Jacob Adams. And Jacob, this is Bryan.
Bryan Rachal. Nice to meet you, Jacob.
Jacob's been a part of the Florence Parade for years and years and years. So he's been here since he was little bitty. So,
and he's not little bitty anymore.
No, he's not. He's 18 years old now, and
he's still getting candy.
That's right. That's right. Jacob, would you like to say anything to the citizens of Florence? Maybe Merry Christmas.
Hello. Merry Christmas.
So Ray Miller Buick GMC coming through here. Coming up now, we've got Allegro Dance and Fitness. And you want to stay warm this winter. It's you should certainly be working out and dancing while you're marching in this parade, that's for sure. Mike, you ever go to Allegro Dance and Fitness?
No, but I think if I danced right now, it would not look too good because my legs are pretty stiff and cold right now. But they seem limber.
Yeah.
And
yeah, so I'm saying they keep warm by doing all of this.
Exactly. Once again, I'd like to thank Flobama. It's one of our sponsors, the 306 Barbecue. I think we may run over to Flobama a little bit later on and grab something to eat. So,
as long as it's warm.
Yes. And we got coming up next, Pack 78 Cub Scouts. As always, we said that they do such a great job with the young men that are eventually will become Boy Scouts and then go on to be great men of this city. Teaching skills of camping and hiking and so many other things as well. They do a great job. Scout leaders teaching those kids how to do so many things. So,
Mike, they got a tent on their truck. That's amazing.
They do. They do.
I don't know if anybody's sleeping in there, but
it would be a cold night to be camping out tonight. That's
it would be a cold night. And they got some cool flags on the back of their
yes, they do.
Here.
If you got a lawnmower or need some lawnmowers, that's the place to go. Oakley Equipment. They have all kinds of different auto and truck parts. Oakley Equipment. They do a good job of what they do.
This is Wilson Pee Wee.
This is my stomping ground. This is This is where I went to elementary school and finished high school at Wilson High School. And
bringing back some memories. Just than you on this float. Wilson Warriors.
We probably would have been throwing candy at people instead of to people.
Looks like they can hear them. It's a radio station coming up, of course.
If you see Batman here that's walking in front,
yeah.
I'll have to say this, that Batman actually lives in my neighborhood. He does. I saw him one day and I said, that's pretty cool. We got Batman living in the neighborhood. So I guess now we have Batman and Elvis in our neighborhood.
Hey, there you go. Sounds like the start of a joke.
There you go. I know.
102.7 KISS FM, of course. And of course, the Salvation Army. Well, you always hear the bells outside the stores this time of year. Do great work in the community, great charity to give to.
You know, it's Christmas time when you do hear that, but you know, you don't take that for granted because that money, every dime that goes in there is it helps.
It does.
And it's not just something that you're seeing for Christmas. It helps kids out, helps folks out.
I think my daughter just got a Barbie doll that they chucked out, so somebody's doing very well over there. Here's
now look at this float. We got a gingerbread.
Salvation Army. Of course, there you go. They've got the red kettle stand there that we're used to seeing outside. And again, you know, especially during these times of year, you think about those less fortunate. What can you do to help? Yeah. And of course, Salvation Army is a great way to do that. But you know, here in the Shoals, we've got a lot of different options for people if they want to get involved and help others during this time of year. So you can get into that if you need to and look into those things. But we certainly have those programs available.
Bryan, all of a sudden I feel like I'm in San Francisco right now.
Yeah, it's a trolley car, right? Coldwell Banker, Pinnacle Properties. That is a fancy trolley that they have there. And here comes the Florence trolley right now. Yeah. Mike, you may know, but I heard at one point there was a trolley car that actually ran across the bridge and came back and made a loop around the university.
I heard that as well. I know this one is with Quad Cities Taxi and Limousine, and by a guy by the name of Red Carbine is the owner, and he's actually driving it tonight. And good friend of mine, and actually when we did the show back in August, he was kind enough to drive us up in the limousine, escorted by the police right there for the Elvis show. So he kind of set the tone for the show.
You felt like the king on that
night. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And he's going to do it again in January as well.
There you go.
Now if I can just find a jet plane to land, that'd be even better, huh?
Well, you know, as you mentioned, we do have a lot of sponsors going on today and helping us out. And one of those is Marriott Hotel and Spas and Hancock Mortgages with Justin Goad. And, of course, Tina's Casuals in Florence helping us out. So we're very appreciative.
This is Realty South. Well, a lot of their real estate agents.
Alma mater, right? There's
Yes,
the band.
yeah, my alma mater, Wilson High School.
The Regiment of Blue.
I heard that I don't know how many times on Friday nights. This is the Regiment of Blue, and here they are. Always proud to see the Wilson folks.
A lot of pride in our area high school.
Oh yeah,
out here.
and that's a good thing because that way you that's what it takes in high school to make memories.
Students feel supported, welcome. Now we got some dogs on this float coming up here.
Yeah. Andy's Record Service is, I don't know if they're actually...
Well, they're towing the Friends of the
Yeah.
Florence
There we
Lauderdale Animal Shelter,
All right.
or FOFLOS. That's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, oh, look at that big dog right there.
It's Florence Lauderdale Emergency Management Agency.
Now, these are some of your guys. You got to know half these guys.
I
right?
do know some of those guys. Yeah, they're actually there with us as well.
You know, Mike, working with the city, you know just how invested these workers are in this area and how much they actually care about this city that, you know, that they take care of. And
Sure.
we're so appreciative of that and just the wonderful community that we live in here.
You know, and I grew up. I mean, my dad was he worked for the city for 20 years, so I saw it as an early age doing that as well. We have Daisy Troop 629 here.
Merry Christmas. We got one town crier on that float.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, the Muscle Shoals Twirlers.
You know, my son and I was actually talking about this group. Was it this morning, I think, or last? And how they do such a good job. And there is actually an instructor here. And I'm not going to say, I don't know her age, but she really does a great job. And
Yeah.
I think she may be the eldest of the group, but you watch her and she's amazing what she does. And they teach these kids amazing what they do here as well. That's her right there.
That's right, and this group, these Muscle Shoals Twirlers, they are staples of every parade here
Exactly.
in Florence and the Shoals. Great job,
Yeah.
great job. And they've got some good tunes too.
Yeah, they do. I think that's the Temptations singing there, it sounds like.
Ah, Ninon, of course. Okay. Now, Ninon, from what I can tell, is a sorority that
It
takes
is.
place in high school.
It
correct?
is. It's a Ninon. It's at Florence High School, and
Very popular thing to be involved.
Oh, yeah,
Very
yeah.
popular. And now you know why, because you get to be on a giant flatbed in the parade.
they actually have a lot of their. That's a pretty nice car.
That is a
there, too.
nice car right there. Was that a Charger?
Yep, Charger.
But that looks like a 70s Charger. All right,
That would be something like Starsky and Hutch would have there. So, workout anytime.
there you go. You can get those, all that holiday food that you're eating, you can burn those
That's right.
pounds off. Elijah Michael Foundation here. Those are some shiny rims on that
Oh
car.
yeah, it is. And he's got a strobe light inside there too.
This, of course, is my church, Florence First Baptist Church, and do a wonderful float every year.
Yeah, you got to say hi to your folks there.
Hello!
Would you happen to know this gentleman driving right
This is
here?
Jeremy Kinney driving the First Baptist Church van here. Jeremy, how are you, sir? Of course, you know, you come to the Shoals, you're going to find a couple of things. You're going to find a lot of banks. You're going to find a lot of churches. Because we have abundance of both of those, don't we?
And some drugstores as well. You got a lot of pharmacies here. So. All right, this is the P&K Western store.
Western store.
Good night to wear boots. Wish I had them on right now.
And now coming up here, we've got the Pride of Killen. This is the Brooks High School Marching Band.
Yes. I will have to kind of give a shout out to this. I've got a nephew that's in this band. He plays saxophone. He's the first chair in the saxophone for Brooks High School. He's done a good job. They actually just now got back. They on Thanksgiving they performed in Philadelphia at a parade in Philadelphia. There's a Thanksgiving parade. So Wesley Tomlinson, Will Tomlinson, his brother's Wesley Tomlinson, but Will Tomlinson is in the band at Brooks High School. They're doing a good job.
You know, is there a cooler instrument than the saxophone?
No,
right? I mean, it's just kind of oozes coolness.
My son Jacob here has also been in the bands before, and he plays the drums and a wonderful piano player as well. So, and I see my nephew right now walking through. I wonder if I could try to make him smile. I don't know if I can.
He looks pretty focused.
Yeah, he's pretty focused right now. Get his head.
He gave you a sneak peek.
A little smile there, a little smile.
Got to be embarrassed by the uncle, right?
Yeah, that's right.
They've got some speed.
Yeah, they do. Now, is it me or does it look like that snowman is shivering?
He's like everybody else out here.
I know.
Like it's yeah, it is cold. We've had some unseasonably warm temps, but just recently the temperatures started to get cold. But I'm happy about that. Just the season for it.
Yeah, that's right.
And we've been in some serious drought, and not that rain the other day will make up for that, but it certainly helped, and we were happy to see that as well.
So. Especially in the Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge area.
Yes, yes. Send our love out to that area, especially such an important area for this type of year.
Oh yeah,
for Christmas and just a tragedy up there. So we send them our love and prayers.
Yeah, for sure. Seems like the floats are getting a little bigger.
Yeah. And I do believe that Frosty is shivering.
He is shivering. Don't you think he's shivering? I'm shivering.
Once again, we'd like to thank a few of our sponsors. We've got University Chevy, Singing River Dentistry, Discount Dan's, Young's Welding, Fuller Heating and Cooling, 2nd and 13 Sports Grill in Sheffield, and Rising Crust Pizza.
You know, the 2nd and 13 Sports Grill, I went there not too long ago with my family, and I thought, why is it called 2nd and 13? Well, it's because it's at 213 Montgomery Avenue. So they took the 2 and the 13 together and made it 2nd and 13. So kind of a neat thing to do. Who do we have here, Bryan?
I think I missed the name on this one.
Yeah, I don't.
But they look like happy people to say the least. So
this says Holly Jolly on it. So
we've got a hug from the crowd.
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing.
That would be Wendell Greenleaf that's hugging right now. So he's happy.
Genesis Healthcare coming up.
Okay, this is probably, this is Glenwood is who this is right here, because this is their float that just went by, and it's some of their residents as well. But they're nice, warm, and toasty in there, and that's good.
They do. You know, they have the benefit of kind of having already a float-worthy vehicle.
Right. He's just hitting all the schools, isn't he? Roar lines, gold tide.
That's probably the safest bet around here.
That's right.
Of course, I will say it is a great time to be a fan of football in the state of Alabama.
Yes,
am I right or am I right? Of course, you got the Crimson Tide, unstoppable. Our UNA Lions going to the semifinals for Division II. If you want to play football, this is the state to do it in, right?
Wouldn't it be something? And I think it make it happen. Wouldn't it be something if Alabama is national champions and then UNA is national champions?
Well, we sure hope so.
I think they will be. I think they will be. Shows Chamber of Commerce is here on the big yellow boat.
And that's a unique idea to bring a boat through on a float. This is a University Toyota 102.7 KISS FM Stuff a Bus Holiday Toy Drive.
Oh, what a great idea. Put toys on the bus, stuff it, give it to the kids. Yeah.
Coming up, we've got Bama Elite Fast Pitch here, softball team. Now, of course, let me go ahead and give a plug to our UNA Lions softball team, Division II national champs.
That's right. And, you know, if you kind of look at that, I know they didn't mean to, but that kind of looks like a pitching or a batting cage.
It does look like a batting cage.
So that's kind of neat if they did it that way.
Girl Scout Troop 18, if the folks are lucky, they'll be throwing out those delicious cookies by the boxes. I doubt it, but we'll see.
That would be good. What are your favorite Girl Scout cookies?
You know, I'm a Thin Mint guy myself.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you put them in the freezer. Of course, tonight you just leave them outside.
That's right. That's right.
How about yourself, Mike?
All of them.
Anyone that can fit in the mouth, right?
Anything in the mouth would be fine.
Girl Scouts, again, just like Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts, one of those wonderful organizations for our young people to kind of get them involved, learn about community service, and then, of course, entrepreneurial spirit with the selling of the cookies.
Yes. You know, it's a good question. How long have they actually done that with the cookies?
It seems like it's been going on for quite some time.
Quite some time, yeah.
But recently, in I would say the last 10 to 15 years, has really taken off and become kind of this cult following, so to speak.
We have Rudolph. It is cold outside.
Rudolph. This is another twirling group. This is
Take the Stage.
Take the Stage twirlers. Twirling very popular in this area.
Oh yes, it is.
Of course, one of the big things on for the Pride of Dixie marching band is Lionettes and twirlers.
Now, I will say this, Take the Stage twirling is part of Parks and Recreation. We actually have this group. It actually performs and they actually do a lot of their rehearsals and practices at Broadway Recreation Center. And so they're glad they're in here tonight. And Mary Ann Spears is the instructor. She does a great job with these girls.
Mike, we do a lot with Parks and Rec in this area. Offhand, how many kids do we serve?
Oh, well, I mean,
too big to count?
If you look at it, I mean, we have different festivals throughout the year. And, I usually give out, and this is just for the city, not really going to county, but estimating around 4,500 kids just in the city.
That's amazing.
So quite a bit of kids that we try to reach.
Civil Air Patrol coming through here now. And then
they're throwing a lot of candy out.
They are throwing a lot of candy here. You know, I wonder, Mike, how long it takes some of these people to make some of these floats. You know, when it comes to like the Rose Bowl parade and things of those nature. Of course, they're doing that years in a year in advance. Basically, you end the parade and you start again for next year. These, of course, not that elaborate, but still take a lot of time to, of course, construct. As this one passing right now clearly took some time and effort.
Oh yeah, they did a really good job on theirs.
And you know, you just have to love these people for doing this, to come out, you know, for 30 minutes to drive up and down the street, give everybody a great show, and all the work they put in. Of course, Shoals Home Healthcare there with their amazing float. And Mike, I thought that was a real horse. I'm not gonna lie.
I did too. I looked, I thought that horse is really standing still.
I thought it had froze from the cold temperature, but Lauderdale County Sheriff's Mounted Patrol.
Yeah.
What a unique way to patrol on a horse, harken back to the olden days.
It looks like they've got the Grinch in jail. We got the Grinch, so have a Merry Christmas, it says.
Oh, that Sheriff Singleton's lock up there, so
yep.
The Grinch is in some bad trouble. Got some more law enforcement vehicles coming up here. This is, of course, Sheriff Rick Singleton himself.
Right. Now, he's a fairly smart man there, because that way he can stay inside and stay warm and not have to be out on that frozen horse.
About a year ago, Singleton's Barbecue, they finally retired. Sheriff and his wife, and just known for their amazing barbecue, correct?
Oh yeah, great barbecue. And actually saw him the other day. There's actually a new restaurant there now, and but he was there the day that I walked in, and so he says, I just can't leave. He said, I feel like I have to go back there and cook while I'm here. So
this is Zip City Volunteer Fire Department.
Once again, Brian, this is my stomping ground. This Zip City is that guy, I'm sorry to say, but he kind of looks like Cy Robertson from Duck Dynasty. Is up there with the orange.
Duck Dynasty
yeah,
characters
that we have. All right, this guy here, Star 99. This is a good buddy of mine, Captain Buzz Stevens. Hey, Captain Buzz. We got Captain Buzz on Star 99.
You weren't lying. He does know.
Oh, yeah. Went to high school with him. He was actually in my wedding. A lot of stories about him.
Yeah.
We'll keep those quiet.
Yeah, on
we'll
TV, right? Okay.
We're getting a lot of cups out.
They are throwing out candy and cups galore. If you're a newlywed and you need to stock up for your kitchen
exactly
pantry,
right.
Come out to the parade, get you some cups.
Well, they've got
silverware next.
They've got probably I don't know, 20 boxes, so they got quite a bit of cups to pass out. They want to get some for my wife. She wouldn't mind those. We've got a few of those at the house anyway. Get some.
Of course, those cups can also double as candy holders.
That's exactly right.
But you probably got to get 20 of them. For all the candy
that's right.
You'll be getting today.
Or with the football games coming up, I'm a big sunflower seed person, and you got to have something to put the seeds in, the shells in. Oh yeah, okay. This is another part of Parks and Recreation.
Okay.
This is PALS, it's people with Alzheimer's, and this is something we do at the senior center, and just gives some folks that do have are stricken with Alzheimer's to be able to a chance to come out and play some activities, do some different games, have some music, and be comfortable with it as well.
Another great group. Daisy Troop, 625.
Sure.
Please. We've got another church here, Woodmont Baptist Church.
Woodmont is a big staple in this area as well as far as the churches. I see Ronna Swindle, who works with us with Parks and Recreation as well.
And you didn't know it, but Mike stuck his hand out there to wave and caught candy instantly.
Okay, now everybody knows.
If you don't know the Chick-fil-A cows,
what does a Chick-fil-A cow say?
Bok bok.
Could. I was asked the other day, and they said, "What does it say?" And I said, "Eat more chicken." I said, "No." They said it says moo. I would have to say one of my favorite places to eat, Chick-fil-A.
It's a staple.
Hatton High School Marching Band, Hatton, Alabama. And those are some pretty fancy trombones there.
Those are. Various instruments lit up with Christmas lights. Mike, we see a lot of these kids, and it's, do I or don't I go for that candy? Do I have enough time to get it before I get marched on? Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
I'm surprised I don't see any kids just stopping the parade completely and saying, "No, I'm picking this candy up."
Now, the folks at home can't see this, but Mike literally just had a child go between his legs to gather candy. That's how important it is.
It picked up every piece. I was going to eat that piece. It was by my left foot, but I guess I can't eat it.
He had been secretly trying to stash it there. That's what it was. This is elevation, tumble, and cheer.
Oh, got some confetti. Oh, I found a piece of candy. I'm going to step on it now. I'll save it.
That one's coming home. It says FNRC.
I think this is Florence Nursing and Rehab Center.
Okay.
Some of their nurses and RNs, I'm sure. Thank you for all their service and what they do.
Cheryl Kelly, 2015 Miss Alabama Nursing Home nominee.
All right. And I will have to say, I'm kind of getting a chuckle out of this. It says, "Grandma got run over by a reindeer. We can help." Florence Nursing and Rehab. That's
it's pretty clever. Pretty clever. Again, just to give a shout out to some of our sponsors, we've got Flobama and 306 Barbecue helping us out, Lions Coffee helping us out. And you mentioned Long Lewis Ford, correct?
Yes, Long Lewis Ford is very helpful in making sure that we were able to get our cameras up above the ground where you can see the parade.
This is the Shoals Women's Clinic with some holly.
They're located on Cloyd Boulevard. Underwood Volunteer Fire Department, Petersville. Underwood Petersville Volunteer Fire Department.
You got to give those guys a lot of credit. Be volunteer firefighters, risk their lives to help us out. Of course, they all have regular jobs that they attend and do this as well. So.
This is Highland Baptist family. Once again, part of Highland Baptist Church.
Churches always do a good job in the area of coming out and helping out with these parades and being involved.
Brian, they put couches up there. That's probably one of the most clever things is to have couches there, blankets there.
Very smart.
Just chilling. I mean, literally chilling.
Now, coming up here, we've got security lock and key, and they are wrapped as if it is a moving present.
Oh, they are, yeah. I know some of these gentlemen here, they do a good job. Mr. Gary Mahan, he's driving the truck. If I can get his attention, I'll see him.
Wonder what's underneath when we unwrap it. I'm going to assume a truck, but I could be wrong.
It may be a whole lot of keys, maybe some locks and some keys. Off in the distance, Brian, I'm thinking I'm seeing the big man with the red on. Way back in the back. He'll be here shortly. And I'm talking about not James Brown, but Santa Claus.
You had me there. I didn't know for a minute. Capstone Realty here. Now, last year, or I believe maybe a year before, Capstone had an elf on a shelf as one of their parade floats, and the gentleman was sitting up there like.
And he could move at different locations throughout the parade. That would be kind of neat. But you don't dare touch it,
right,
or you won't get your toys. Simpson's Record Service. Thank you for all their service and what they do.
Johnny Simpson, big supporter of UNA Sports. Very friendly fellow if you have the chance to meet him.
Coming up next is Kudzu 104.9. I will say that this is a station I do listen to quite a bit because I drive a truck, and you just something about classic country and trucks.
You gotta have classic country on the truck. That's
I'll listen to that. Plus, I'm just a country boy at heart, also raised out in the Wilson area, so I got to listen to 104.9. They play some great country music, that's for sure.
I believe it. This is our Florence baseball. Now, if anybody's going to be throwing candy, it's going to be these guys, right? Merry Christmas!
Boys and Girls Club of Northwest Alabama. I will say this, Brian, that I was a part of this organization for 7 years. Worked at Boys and Girls Club and enjoyed what I did when I was there. I was the director of operations there, and Karen Jarman does a great job with the Boys and Girls Club in this area, and quite a bit of kids that join the Boys and Girls Club and have a place to come each and every day after school.
Another one of those great service-oriented groups that just is wonderful to have in the community.
And I will say that the Parks and Recreation and Boys and Girls Club has a good relationship together. We do work together, and they do come and see us during the summer at our swimming pool. So,
great group to get involved with.
Yes.
If you want to get involved with something, that's a great group to get involved with. Now we got Jones Nissan from Savannah, Tennessee. That just shows you how big the parade is. You got people coming from Tennessee.
I've seen, Star 99 was here from Huntsville, Alabama, and I was talking to Captain Buzz Stevens earlier today on the phone, and he said that they have quite a bit of folks that listen in this area, so that's why they came here. Same with Jones Nissan from Savannah, Tennessee. And Savannah is not a few minutes up the road. It's quite a bit of a drive there. So
yeah, you've got to be invested to come from there to come down here and do this. But again, just shows you what a wonderful parade it is.
Yeah.
How many people are involved. A wonderful thing to do. Say hello to Shannon Wells, the university photographer. Hi, Shannon.
This is Laura's dance studio. Laura Foster does a good job with all of her girls there. That's them behind them. And quite a bit of them. Don't you think, Jacob?
Oh, yeah. You know, if I had to be in the parade because it's so cold, I would want to be a part of the dancing troops because, again, you get to stay warm while you're doing it.
That's right. I wouldn't mind a treadmill. Just stand on a treadmill and walk the entire parade.
Exactly.
Batteries and bulbs.
Two things you can't live without.
That's right. You got to have batteries and bulbs. It's what lights up.
Now I expect them to have every light working on this float, correct?
Now I'm going to be kind of corny here, but don't you think they ought to be playing "You Light Up My Life" while they're doing this? As you can hear, there's a kids just excited about the candy. They just ran by and.
Q107 coming through now.
Once again, some neighbors of ours from the Coliseum right across the street from us is Q107, Big River Broadcasting, and Jerry Phillips, who is the son of the late, great Sam Phillips, and he is the owner of Big River Broadcasting. They do a great job in the radio.
It's like Mickey and Minnie Mouse coming up here.
We just got back from Disney World around Thanksgiving, so we saw Mickey and Minnie quite a bit.
Lowe's here, a local Lowe's store. And of course, here he is.
There he is,
Santa
the man
Claus.
himself, Santa Claus.
Hey, Santa! Santa followed by some of our UNA police officers here. And I think we're wrapping it up, Mike. It seems to be the last of the floats here.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody that came out tonight with the Florence Police Parade. We've got some dancing folks here.
It's a celebration out here. But seriously, what a wonderful night for a parade. So many great floats, people coming through. Just a great time for the community. We had a blast. We hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed being with you.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it was great. It was a lot of pressure. So thank you so much for coming out. I think this will be airing real soon. So once again, let's thank our sponsors before we end.
Let's thank our sponsors again. Make sure you turn into Comcast Channel 3 for their morning show. Marriott Hotel and Spas, Hancock Mortgages with Justin Goad, Tina's Casuals in Florence, Florence Nursing and Rehab, University Chevy, Singing River Dentistry, Discount Dan's, Young's Welding, Fuller Heating and Cooling, 2nd and 13 Sports Grill in Sheffield, and Rising Crest Pizza, and of course, Flobama, 306 Lions, and
where I'm about to head right now.
Long Lewis Ford as well.
Yeah, Long Lewis Ford. Thank you for all what you did as far as getting the truck for Steve to be upon, and we hope you enjoyed the downtown 2016 Florence Christmas Parade. I'm Mike Adams.
And I'm Bryan Rachal, and we'll see you in 2017.
Merry Christmas.
at Westwood Boutique, we offer trendy clothing apparel, jewelry, handbags, accessories, bath products, and more, all at unbeatable, affordable prices. Why shop with the rest when you can shop with the best? Stop in today to see one of our smiling faces. Surely you wouldn't want to shop at any other places. Westwood Boutique and Creme de la Creme Events, 2504 East Avalon Avenue, Suite D, 256-648-6254 or 256-856-1487.
Hi, I'm Jackie Wallace. I would like to invite you to come to our store, Creative Fashion and Furniture, located in Sheffield, Alabama. I work hard to bring you beautiful things from all over the world. I'd like to encourage you, if you're in Sheffield, to come by and see us and to please shop local.
Looking for a great Southern cooked meal? How about a daily buffet? Well, look no more. Rhoda Peas in downtown Sheffield has great tasting Southern meals and also offers catering. Rhoda Peas is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and on Sunday from 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. That's Rhoda Peas in downtown Sheffield. Call us today at 256-978-5179.
The 1972 tour?
It's called On Tour 72. Tickets go
Okay.
on sale this coming Friday, December 2nd, at the Shows Theater. You can buy tickets at the theater. I believe the box office opens from 11 to 3 every day. And then tickets will be on sale from then until the night of the performance. Tickets are $15, reserved seats.
Man, that's a great deal.
It is. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's for $15, and you've seen the show. It's an hour and a half plus to 2 hours of entertainment. We'll be afterwards. I'll see folks afterwards and shake hands, kiss babies, and take pictures.
Yeah.
So we'll. And
You're almost a politician.
Well, I will say this, and I want to kind of give her a plug on this because she does such a great job. Amanda Chapman, who is a local artist in this area. When I say artist, I mean she writes, draws, takes pictures.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
She does the 31 Days in Halloween.
Right.
She actually comes in and transforms my face that night, and she did it in August, and she's going to do it again in January. And she's amazing at what she does. And I'm not a person that wears makeup because I'm a man, but but it's show business, so you have to. During that time, she really works on.
She really
trying to make the face to look like Elvis, so she does a good job with that.
Now, the last show you entered via a limousine. Are you parachuting in or anything?
Well, there's an airport right across the street.
There is, right? Yeah.
We are coming back in on a limousine.
Okay.
We got that taken care of, and we're gonna. And thank you to Red Carbine and Quad City Taxis and Limo. So he'll bring us back in, and a good friend of mine. So we try to make it first class the whole way. So.
Yeah, I really look forward to it. And just to clarify, is Shows Theater the only place you can get tickets, or can you?
Yes, for right now. You can go online to Shows Theater's website, and I'm sorry I don't have that with me right now, but you can Google Shows Theater and you'll get their website. And I believe you can buy it online, and you can also, of course, get with the theater as well and buy the tickets that way.
Okay. Another question I have is the January concert. Is that going to be the only one for 2017?
No. We're looking at doing something in August.
Okay.
We originally looked at doing the show we're going to do in August. We originally looked at doing it in January, but it's just too much work trying to get everything done because it's 2 shows. August we're doing a recreation. If you don't know by now, I try to do things that were milestone concerts that Elvis did. And in August, one night we're going to do selections from the '68 comeback special. And if you remember that's when Elvis came back.
Black leather,
Black leather, and so that gives me time to really try to lose this weight and get back to trim. But that's going to be the Friday night, the '68 comeback, and then the Saturday night we'll do the Aloha from Hawaii.
Now, I think that's my favorite.
Yeah, we'll do that night. And what we'll do is you get 2 tickets. If you want to do that, and you get a special deal. I think you get $5 off if you get tickets. But
2 different shows.
It's 2 different shows. Totally 2 different shows. I mean, I do Willie Nelson the first one, and the second one I do Wayne Newton. But no, I'm just kidding. But it'll be a fun night. We haven't set that date but we are looking sometime early August, maybe the second week in August, something like that. So we got to get some dates set for that, but of course we'll come back on and talk about that.
All right.
Play a song or two. I know the first time we did in August, they played for nearly an hour, and I loved it. I enjoyed it.